Tonight on The Edge, the heat is on and it's staying on.
And with this humid air comes a chance for storms, of course, and so Captain Rich is standing by with what we can expect.
Yeah, Tara Roop, for the next couple of days, we're going to have this warm, muggy, stormy pattern. Now, most of the time it will not be raining. You can see where the action is right now. Not here, but up there in western Wisconsin. That's where the big storms are. Some of that activity could come our way to start your Tuesday. How about the daytime highs today? 92 for us, 93 up in Mount Pleasant. How about Hillsdale coming in at 90 degrees? The highest numbers, temperature-wise, tomorrow are going to be just off to our west, centered on Chicago and Milwaukee. How about some live pictures from Chicago? This is at O'Hare Airport. 87 degrees out there right now. Here's that heat advisory for tomorrow. Heat index values as high as 102. Today we topped out in the middle 90s, so it's going to be pretty warm tomorrow. 92 the official high. The last time we were that warm was June 22nd. It's been a while. 78 Jackson, 75 in Windsor, 76 up there in Lapeer. Not much of a breeze out there, but the dew points are high, and that means the humidity remains. 87 Chicago right now, 77 in Toronto, 80 in Columbus. It does stay warm and muggy. We are going to have a couple of chances for some showers and storms Tuesday into Wednesday as a cold front works through the area. And then a big difference, a big change comes for the weekend. Strong storms are possible tomorrow in one or two spots, but for the rest of tonight, it's warm and muggy down to 72. How about 93 tomorrow with that spotty storm chance? More of the same Wednesday, then a whole lot more comfortable for the weekend ahead. Remember, always get the latest forecast. Check it out, the Fox 2 Weather app. You can download it for free in the App Store or in Google Play. Go for it.
A celebratory welcome for students in the Detroit Public Schools Community District. It was back to school today, but not everything went according to plan. The district announced early dismissal today and tomorrow due to the heat.
You've got protection. Nobody can mess with you.
He was just happy of seeing the officers taking him to school.
Today was a special first day of school for fallen Melvindale officer Mohammed Saeed's little brother. Officer Saeed was shot and killed in the line of duty last month. Fellow officers and the Melvindale mayor escorted Youssef to school, walking him down the hallway to his classroom. They even gave Youssef his brother's badge to wear.
He was happy that all this support in front of the whole school, his classmate, you know, students, teachers, and we showed that we were okay, tried to be strong, but from the inside we're not okay.
So tough. The Middle Eastern Law Enforcement Association also pitched in buying school supplies for Youssef and his classmates. In the meantime, the man accused of fatally shooting Officer Saeed will soon learn his fate as he heads to trial.
The suspect is facing murder, weapons, and drug-related charges. Fox News' Jessica Dupneck live from Melvindale with the details on this. Where this case goes, Jessica?
Taryn and Roop, it was a very tough day in court, and partially because this was the first time the family of Corporal Mohammed Saeed saw his body-worn camera the day that he was murdered. You could hear him pleading for his life before he was shot and killed. Family broke down in court Monday listening to the last words of Melvindale Police Corporal Mohammed Saeed, killed in the line of duty in July. The corporal was responding to a suspicious persons call where he was confronted by 44-year-old Michael Lopez, who ran from Saeed. His body-worn camera played. The media asked not to show video. Then one single gunshot to the head, killing Saeed, who pleaded for his life.
He was telling him to not shoot him. I'll let you go, I'll let you go, don't shoot.
In court, just feet from Saeed's family, his brother Ahmed sat behind Lopez, who is facing murder, weapons, and drug charges. The interrogating detective says Lopez admitted to the murder.
He admitted later on that he had fled from him. The officer tased him. He shot him. He intentionally meant to shoot him because he did not want to go back to jail, and then he fled from the scene.
Lopez will now stand trial after the case was bound over to circuit court Monday afternoon.
It's like he was chill, he was laughing with the guy who was next to him. It's like he never did anything, which he deserved the death penalty. So he feels the same pain.
Ahmed's brother's murder, part of a tragic trio of officer deaths this summer.
We lost 3 heroes in a month. 2 sheriff officers back to back in the same week, and then my brother in July 21st.
Ahmed, wearing his brother's hoodie and hat, is demanding harsher penalties for cop killers.
Makes them like, okay, if I kill an officer, I'm just gonna go to jail, free rent, free food. People like used to jail, but when you do the death penalty, everybody's going to be scared.
He says every night before bed, he listens to his brother's last words from the radio call, hoping he wakes up from what he calls a never-ending nightmare.
My brother was the heart of the family. So when he got killed, like, we lost the heart. Right now, we're living without a heart.
His brother has been outspoken since his death in July. As we said, Michael Lopez will now stand trial, and his family plans to be there every step of the way, despite how tough it is. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
And it must have been so hard for the family to be in court. I mean, we saw them put their hands over their head when that gunshot, I'm assuming the video was shown. I mean, it's too bad they even had to be in there, because it's an image they'll probably never get out of their minds.
Oh, absolutely. And Ahmed said that they're actually not letting the parents, mom and dad, come into court. They just don't need to see what's been shown, as we'll probably see it again when it comes to trial time.
All right, but it's certainly a step toward justice in this case. Thank you, Jessica, for that report. Former President Donald Trump says he believes our country is on the verge of fighting in another world war.
This comes after Russia's massive air attack on Ukraine that left 4 dead and more than a dozen wounded overnight.
I don't think we've ever been closer to World War III than we are right now. It's a terrible thing.
I like that guy.
That was only a sliver of Trump's message today to National Guard members in Detroit.
You put your service above yourself, and when our country needs you, you always answer the call. I know that very much. I know the people here. That's the spirit of duty and loyalty that defines the men and women of the National Guard, and it's the spirit that is going to save our country, because our country needs saving.
And many of the people who attended this event told us that the former president had a sound speech.
I mean, he came across much more calmer than I think that he does in another forum, and he was able to deliver his policies in a very effective way.
I'm not supposed to talk about politics in uniform. The speech was great.
In the White House, I'll get you.
Former President Trump also spoke about delivering on key campaign promises like cracking down on illegal immigration and crime.
As a key swing state, we'll likely continue to see a lot of campaign stops in Michigan over the next few months. President Trump will return to Michigan on Thursday and visit a steel plant in Pottersville outside of Lansing. His running mate, J.D. Vance, will also campaign in Michigan on Tuesday. He is expected to deliver a speech about the economy at a horse farm in Big Rapids. The second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, will also be in Michigan on Thursday. The vice president's husband will campaign in Grand Rapids. Details of that event have not yet been released. A state GOP leader getting some backlash for hateful language online.
She used a homophobic slur while posting on X. Last week, former Michigan GOP co-chair Michonne Maddock used an anti-gay slur, replying to a post by State Representative